Hi, guys. Welcome to this awesome collaboration. We are doing Horizon Podcast, Something for That Ass, and also to Todo en Vida. So this is a long time coming. Go ahead and say what's up, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
Okay, so quick little tea before you guys start to question, wonder, whatever. Guys, how do we actually know each other in real life?
I met Ash in high school, and everyone was like, you guys are twins. I already have a twin. She's on the couch, but I was like, this bitch is down as fuck. She throws good parties. Oh. I'll be her fucking twin. What? Like, she don't fucking play, so...
Which is so crazy now because of how exact opposite we are, you know? But point is we pretty much been friends since high school. Go ahead, Aiseen.
Ashley, how do we know each other?
Damn.
We gotta give that story.
Okay, so we definitely have mutuals. We have mutuals. So I own a shop called Self Care Studios. And then right next door, we have Stay Polished, right? Yeah. So at one point, I would go there to get her nails done. I would see her there. But also, too, she owned her lash studio inside the building that I'm at.
Right.
So it was just kind of like a small world where we would kind of like cross each other. And then I'll let you go ahead and skim that tea real quick.
So this Self Care by Ash used to be a barbershop that I was kind of tied to, which was my ex's Players Club. But now we're here, and this is what it's called.
Yeah.
So that's and then what was it? Your ex used to work there?
Yeah, my ex-husband used to work here. So yeah, like we're just starting.
So we
wait, no shade though. Like the only reason both these motherfuckers was in here is because y'all was endorsing it.
Facts.
Without you guys,
without even knowing.
No, really though.
Yeah.
No, really though. Like, okay, so pretty much what happened was I was in esthetician school. I saw the barbershop open up here, and my ex-husband was telling me, he was like, I actually started working at a barbershop right next door. Mind you, I had already been eyeing this spot, but I was in esthetician school at the time. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get it, whatever. Players Club was here. It was a barbershop that, like Aiseen said, she had ties to. And then one day, randomly, I decided to go get my nails done at Stay Polished next door. They were clearing out the last barber chair, and it was just kind of like, do you want the shop? And I was just like, all right, you know? And then from there, well, for sure, we ended up meeting through our mutuals, and then through the podcast.
The rest is history. We're here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We come to say all this because this is real life. This is real life connection, family, off camera. Yeah. We just so happen to all have a platform.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we're gonna dive right into the cheese man. Okay. So I wanted to ask my homegirls some questions, and then we're just all gonna answer. You guys are gonna get a perspective of everybody. Yeah, so let's just dive right into it. Okay. So men always say, right, that men are less likely to want to date a woman with kids. Do you feel that that's true, or do you feel that a woman is less likely to want to date a man with kids?
I think men will date a fucking cockroach if it has a sperm. That's what I think.
Realist,
anything.
I know.
I think they can poke.
Right. Mm-hmm. They swear up and down online, men don't want this, da 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 da, but in real lifetime, they want it all.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I feel like I need to have a little Aiden to like even out the playing field, because I'm sick and tired of the baby daddies, bro. They're just overwhelming the population, and I feel like if I even it out. No, I'm just kidding. But no, really though, I do feel like a lot of times men will say like, nobody's gonna want you with, you know, your 3 kids. Baby, this is a happy meal. Okay, this is a happy meal. They gonna want it all, you know? And yeah, I just think that was a very sad narrative that got painted on women for a long time.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. That a man will not want to date a woman with kids. Do you, like I said, do you guys think that that's true? I mean, other than the fact that they would date a cockroach, because that's fact.
I think a lot of men, okay, what do I think actually? I think that men, just like women, obviously, you know, when you know somebody has kids, that's kind of scary territory, right? Mm-hmm. Especially if the woman's baby father is a scary man.
100%.
You know?
Mm-hmm. What's the definition of scary?
Like a gorilla, you know?
Or just crazy.
Or crazy.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. I guess they could be scrawny and crazy.
You could be scrawny.
But I will say, I do think, like, if he thinks that your baby daddy is pussy, then he's like, I'm gonna play stepdaddy.
True.
That's a good take.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because
That's true.
Because me, like, if I'm gonna date a baby father and you have a because my biggest thing is, how does the mother of your child feel about you? Because if she fucking hates you, why should I like you?
Right.
Mhm.
Like, what? She
Right.
pushed shoulders through her coochie, and I'm supposed to like you,
Mhm.
and she hates you.
So you want to know why don't they?
Why don't they like? Because
Okay.
I was raised to know that if you want the truth about a man, you need to get the Carfax from the woman.
No.
Straight the fuck up.
No, really though, because look, and this is going to tie into obviously like the next question is like, should a woman with no kids be dating someone who has kids? Well, to kind of touch off on what we were talking about, I feel like men need the desire to like, in order to feel fulfilled, they need to feel like they're doing something. So if they see a single woman that has a child, a single mother, and they see that they need some assistance, they probably will step up because it fulfills them. Not only that, but as a man, it's kind of like a game of like chess, because it's like, oh, here's my move. Now I'm taking care of you, your baby mama, your son, and they both mine. So I feel like it's like it's like a chess move. Like,
Sure.
I'm taking care of what was yours.
Mhm.
This is my family.
Yeah,
now.
like this is my family now.
Because men are always in competition with each other.
They are.
Always. So, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
May the best provider win.
Why are they always in competition with each other? That's just like a complete battle of ego. And it's like, if you're so secure in your masculinity, then it's like, why? I don't know. You think it's like an ego thing?
Oh, for
what
sure.
man do you
Yeah.
know that's secure in his masculinity?
Yes.
Right.
One man.
I honestly don't know, like, more than two.
True. So how do you feel about a woman with no kids dating a man with kids?
Let's
Get a turn on this one.
Do you want to?
I mean, because they talk so much shit about us women that have kids, right? That it's kind of like you guys being. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say without. I mean, it's the same. You know how they feel like they're the prize because they don't have kids, and they might be dating somebody with kids, or maybe they feel like they shouldn't date somebody with kids. Like they feel like they're the prize.
A man is never the prize.
Thank you.
Never the prize. It literally says it. If we go back to even that scripture, a woman is worth more than rubies. So this fool, he ain't worth much. Okay. So, okay. So you being, an ex-wife, we won't call you baby mama, but like you being an ex-wife now, baby mama.
Fiance, we never got married.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
The Lord
let's
really.
clarify that real
You
quick.
were the married one.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Never mind.
Dang. That was the best thing I did is not get married. Sorry.
Don't worry, Brooke. I was just trying to make sure that I can walk in a straight line.
Bitch, the way you were like, oh, by the way, I'm getting married, I'm getting my coochie bugs. I'm like this.
I really just be doing
What? When?
You
I'll be there, but
I really just be doing it for the plot. But okay, remember how I told you guys how I had tea? And I was gonna tell you guys.
Yes.
Tell us the tea.
Bitch. So tell me why, okay? So I entered into the single side of TikTok, right? But usually I'm just a goofball on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, I'm fresh out of a relationship. And while I know that it's not exactly like my time to start dating, I also don't want to close myself off to possibly receiving, someone good that comes into my life, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also not actively looking for it. Point is, homie starts trying to get my attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why the servant's a little bit off. But point is I saw the username and like it intrigued me, so I followed him back. And so we're just conversating.
Pause.
What?
The username intrigued you or the profile picture intrigued you?
Both, because the username was Trap City. Okay. Which sounds okay. Anyways, not me completely burning them out, but I don't care. After this, you ain't gonna feel bad. All right.
All
right.
I wasn't feeling bad at all.
So I see that, right? And I'm like, okay, I see the profile picture. I'm like, okay, what we doing, right? But we're just conversating, right? So mind you, there's no trace of kids on the profile.
Of course.
So I'm like, but you know me, I go to the reposts, right? See something, no kids and whatever. And I'm like, okay, but it was insinuating like a weekend with no kids or something like that. So I'm like, well, you got them? So whatever, we're just like, conversating, we're talking on the phone. Because mind you, I don't do baby daddies, okay? Already been there, done that.
Anymore.
Cough your tea.
Right. This is my ponytail? Bro said. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing baby daddies. I'm retired from that, right? So we're just like,
she has her 60-day sober chip.
No. No. You guys are gonna literally, okay. So we're talking on the phone, whatever. And when he admits that he ended up having, a baby mama, I was like, oh, I don't do baby daddies. I don't want no problems, because 9 times out of 10, there's always still something lingering there with the baby mama.
For sure.
And I'm not going to move like I don't give a fuck about myself. I'm going to move with intention, because look, this is exactly why. Wait till I get to the end of this story. Okay. So I see that, and me, I go into Instagram and I type the exact same username, and a different name pops up, but the same profile, right? But a different first name. So like, we'll say that he told me his name was Cody, but when I looked up the Instagram, the name was Jason, for example, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, so I'm talking to quote unquote Cody on the phone, and I'm like, do you have a middle name? Do you go by anything nice? And he's like, nah. I'm like, oh. He's like, nah, I swear, never, okay. I'm like, all right. So when he tells me he has a baby mama, I'm like, hey, dude, I don't want no problems, whatever. So, but something was already like,
Yeah.
Long story short, girl, I walk in today. My homegirl's here meeting me at the shop. And I started like just kind of telling her the achievement, but I'm telling her in the aspect where I'm like, yo, he ended up having a baby mama. I don't do baby daddies, whatever, right? She's like, let me see. No, hold on, bro. So I hand her the phone, and all she does is she goes into the search bar and she types in the name, right? Guess who pops up?
Baby mama.
Guess who's also following me?
Baby mama.
Baby mama. And mind you, this is in a whole other state, bro. Mind you, I'm also the same one saying, hey, I don't want no problems.
Right.
I don't want to walk it. I don't want to be blindsided. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, the man is allegedly single while baby mama still thinks that they're trying to work it out. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I didn't want no problems, right? Mm-hmm. But this is exactly why I refuse to date men with children. Because honestly, 9 times out of 10, it's not the woman's fault that the family didn't work out. A woman is not going to bear a man's child and be like, if it don't work out, it's cool. No, right. A woman is going to sacrifice herself and say, you know what? This is going to be my family. And that's when the roles start to come into play. I'm going to be the mom, the woman, the nurturer, and I really need you to step up to be the provider, right? So if a woman decides to step away from the family that she decided to create, oh boy, what did you do to her? Right. What did you do to her for her to be that done with you? So why would I come in the picture next and be like, he's gonna get it right for me though. Mm-hmm. He's gonna get it right for me. No, you're not gonna get it right for me. But this is like the messed up part too, where I feel like men who have children, honestly, if you are in this day and age older than 26, 27, no children, independent, or just not even just independent, just can fend for yourself. You don't have kids and you don't come with this, unfortunately, like extra baggage. Yeah. You are probably what top percent is that? Like maybe 10, maybe 5?
It's rare.
It's rare. It's rare. Yeah. And people always say like, we need to chill out because, everybody your age got kids. Mm-hmm. No, it's common, but it's not like, it's just everywhere, Yeah. Because look at where we're at and we don't have kids. Mm-hmm. So no, I don't agree with dating a man with kids. It's honestly exhausting. And I got to worry about a dog sitter. Didn't say babysitter. Said dog sitter.
Right.
I don't need to worry about that. If I haven't yet buried a child by myself, or not by myself, but like myself, I would not want to take in the responsibility of someone else's child.
But this is the thing with that, is that these men, though, I think the difference between baby mothers and baby daddies is that these men are looking for women to be stepmommies. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying? So they'll introduce you to their kid right away because they need you to help.
Way too soon.
As opposed to us women, like, I don't need a stepdaddy. Like, my relationship with you is separate than me being a mom.
You wouldn't bring no men around
at all. they have a father, and if he wasn't in the picture, don't worry about it.
I also feel like the baby mama is less likely to want to smash on the baby daddy than the baby daddy is likely to want to smash on the baby mama.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like usually if the baby mother wants to smash, it's because she's trying to be spiteful if there's another woman.
Bitter.
It's like
Yeah.
playing like a get back, like
It
that's
is.
not your man.
It
But
is.
that's why I'm saying, okay, because I used to swear up and down, side to side, you know, like I'm not gonna fucking date a baby father. And it, then I
Never say never.
And then I was sitting across the table with somebody with kids, and I'm like, ooh.
Mm.
But this is my thing. There's certain rules and regulations I go by because I can be as strict as I want. I ain't got no kids. Right?
Yeah.
I can be as strict as I want with you. For one, the mother of your children has to give us your blessing. Like, she would have to be like, I don't want this man no more. You can have him. Why don't you want him? I need to know the details. Honestly, I need to know the details why you don't want this man. Because if you don't want him because he's a literal piece of shit, I don't want him either. A potato. Well, back to you. Like, what? I don't want. For two, I do not want to meet your kids. Because I'm just dating you. I'm not trying to be somebody's stepmom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for three, I think I've also had a change of heart and mind because I used to really want kids. Now I don't want kids. So a lot of it for me was ego. Like, I'm not gonna, because I used to think, oh, if I date a guy, I'm gonna marry this guy and I'm gonna be with this guy. Now I'm like, these men are so unserious, so unpredictable and predictable at the same time, both turnoffs. And, you know, I was in my ego of, I'm not about to be the second baby mama. I'm sure as hell not going to be a third baby mama. Like, you know, but even like second place, I don't like second place. Right. So now that I don't want kids, it's changed my perspective on dating a man with kids because it's like, at most, I'll be the girlfriend. At most.
Yeah.
I will not be the stepmom. I will not be the
Even
mother.
if you fell in love.
If I know how you fell in love?
Yeah, like you kept going on dates with him.
I wouldn't.
And you got the blessing. You wouldn't down the line be stepmom.
That's a hypothetical question that I really can't answer because I don't want to say never and then the never, you know,
Right.
slaps me in the fucking face. But it's just, I have had a change perspective going from wanting children once upon a time to not wanting children.
Yeah.
Because you cannot ever compete with the OG. The OG is the mother of his children. You will never compete with a man's baby mama. And you shouldn't want to. I don't want to compete with any woman. No. There's so much dick in the world. If that's your seat, I'm not about to sit in it. Mm-hmm. That's all yours. But for sure, like, number one, like, and also, obviously, only a fucking loser, only a lame ass, loser ass bitch would ever date a deadbeat. Right.
Right.
If I catch you, if I'm dating you and you have children and I see you try to spend more time with me than your children, you're cut the fuck off immediately. Like, it's not even a second thought because I don't need your time, attention, and love, like, even in the smallest bit compared to what your children need. You know? I can be cool seeing you once a week. I don't need to be in a man's face all day, every day.
You they daddy for real. You they daddy for real.
You're their daddy.
No, that it's unfortunate too, because they'll really be trying to see you more than their own kids, and it's not like
they're daddies though. But they're daddies. What are you talking about?
And a lot of men. That's the thing too. If I see you using your children as a prop for your Instagram pictures, and you playing like,
but I'm a full-time daddy. I'm single. I'm a full-time daddy.
And once I hear that you're,
I have my dad. I have custody of my kids.
You're the father.
They're my world. They're my world. But I want to spend every second with you though.
Right.
But they're my world. But I want to spend every second with you.
If you do date a baby father, I really think you have to be so strict because every box needs to be checked off. And the second one starts being like, wait, is that checked off or is that like, you know, lightly shaped? Like, if you can't tell,
the first one is
you can't tell.
I'm also gonna something that people need to be honest with, and this is something that I don't know why. Like, I used to think of it as like, well, I feel like my confidence and my self-esteem is to the point where I would never feel second place. But when you see it in reality, you really are second place.
You are.
You are the partner that followed up after a failed family. So whether you like it or not, like, I mean, it was different with them. Like with us, babe, you're still the person that came after a failed family.
Mm-hmm.
You are number 2. And I can't put myself in that position. I wouldn't want to be number 2 ever.
And that's the thing. You will absolutely have to be, if you, and people are going to hate that I say this, because I hate when I speak the truth, but if you are going to date a baby father as a woman, you will never be the only woman in his life, ever. And you, like, it's just not realistic. And you should want the man that you're dating that has a child with somebody else, you should want him to take care of the mother of his child. So unless you're the type of woman that's okay with his finances going to the mother of his child first and his child, and then you're third, depending on how many kids he got too. And also take and consider how many
you might be number 5
baby mamas he has.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you can tell me you make all the money in the world. Okay, but how many kids, how many baby mamas?
And not only that,
you
but I
don't.
feel like it's very rare because I do know that it exists out there where there probably is healthy co-parenting. It probably wasn't supposed to happen like that. And, kind of, the baby was conceived, whatever. But people don't talk about enough how much baby mamas and baby daddies lack boundaries between one another. And let me say why. This is not every case, but this is majority of the cases. And let's just be completely honest. The baby mama is able to benefit from the fact that they get their baby daddy when they want, where they want, everything, right? But then the man still gets the benefit because he's like, dude, I don't got to be with this girl, and I still get to cack.
Damn.
And it's like, girl, you go around talking about like, that's my baby daddy. You're like, I licked it first, so it's mine. And it's like, babe, have some self-respect. Because at this point, you're giving him all the goods of his family because you get to still be the mom. You take care of your baby by yourself. He's out the house. He gets to smash when he wants, though. But because he cut you a check, that's the least he could do, babe.
That's the least he could.
It's cut you a check. That's called child support, babe. Nowhere is there an agreement where in exchange for child support, he still gets some cooch. He gets to come over whenever. He gets to check you about who you're dating. And then it's like, that's something to be bragged about. Like, oh, that's my baby daddy. That's my baby daddy. And it's just kind of like, while I know that there's women out there that do not care or have the desire to want to touch their baby daddy, that's also something that you have to be aware of, that if they haven't set boundaries before you walked into the picture, I wouldn't want to be the reason why someone sets boundaries. And I know you'd be like, well, why not? If you're going to date someone with kids, why wouldn't you want them to be the reason to set boundaries? Because that shows you lack respect for yourself. You don't even have boundaries for yourself. And honestly, too, I kind of then see why these two people are made for each other. Because it's like, both of y'all lack boundaries, but both of you guys benefit from it. And I'm not about to walk into that shit show. I don't want no parts of it.
Yeah, and the man will be benefiting more because he takes care of the kids less, and now he gets to have his cake and eat it too because he could benefit sexually from the baby mom, but also do him outside because he doesn't have as much responsibility.
But my whole thing is, if you're gonna have a type of co-parenting relationship, then why'd you separate then? Like, if you the only thing you're taking off is the fact that you're in a relationship, a title, right? But you're still doing the same thing y'all were doing when y'all were together.
Fill us in on the tea. Or what are some things that maybe like you've experienced as being the ex where tell them like it's unfortunate. They will have a partner and still, or they could, and it's
to
crazy.
This day. My ex is trying to get his family back, but he's texting other women. I'm so confused. Not saying that he's not ever get it back like that, but what I'm saying is like it's never ending. So the thing is like, in reality, co-parents need to put the children as priority first. Like I'm sick and tired of hearing about this. The toxicity of all this shit is because y'all don't know how to put your emotions aside, and y'all don't know how to like really separate and break apart. You already broke up the family. You went through all that toxic bullshit of the separation, right? Just to play house. what's the point of that? And not only that, but now you're dragging other people along and you're including them in that. So for me personally, to answer your question, I don't want to say never either, but I already have a baby daddy. I don't want to deal with another one. And that's me having kids. Okay. But I was with this person for a long time, and that's the father of my kids. But moving forward, I also want to be, like Brooke said, I want to be priority. I didn't get that in my relationship. I had to share him with how many other women after the fact when I found out when I left. So I was never, I was the main one. I don't want to be the main one. I want to be the only one.
What Cardi B say? Fuck is the main? Or what is it?
Yes.
Something like that.
So, I guess I do want to be a little selfish. So I want my man to focus all his attention on me. And that's why I wouldn't personally want to date a man with kids unless it's one of those rare situations where like he has a good co-parenting relationship and there's boundaries with his ex-partner, and his kids might be grown where I don't have to be in, because I'm not trying to deal with all that.
The kids being more grown does make sense.
Okay, hold up.
So I guess there's certain
I was kind of funny right now because those memes, I'd be like, unless the baby mama did, like I probably wouldn't,
The guy I went out with last, his
right
baby mother with
what?
R.I.P.
Okay, look, no, but check this out. I actually, bro, people be talking about all the time about these little jokes like, oh, unless the baby mama was like dead or something, like, or unless she was like gone off somewhere. She could be gone off somewhere being a crackhead and not be a good mom. They'll still be not like cacker for some fucking reason. That's one. Two, I actually have a really good friend of mine that's actually her situation where the ex partner and mother of the child actually ended up passing away, and that in itself is hard because like every single day this other person is having to be still kept like alive essentially into the child's life. So it's almost like, I think that being with someone who has children is kind of being in a form of a polyamorous relationship.
100%.
You have to consider the other person if you want to get up, and this is where like maybe if I was on the opposite end and I was a man, I probably wouldn't mind dating a woman with kids, because I know that if I lead, or I know that if a man leads, the woman is going to go accordingly, right? But as the girl, because that's my reality, I would be quote unquote dad's girlfriend. There's no respect in that title. It's one of his little fucking girlfriends. It's like one of his little girlfriends.
Your temporary problem.
Right. And then it's just kind of like, I don't want to be undermined like that every single time. And a lot of times, not because the other woman might be less than, but it's just because sometimes the bitterness of the relationship not ending on good terms kind of takes over more of the co-parenting relationship 100%. And the benefit of the child actually is put to the front line for that. So I definitely do not agree with dating a man with kids. I learned my lesson, and hell nah. But let me tell you, after I did that TikTok though, if you guys don't know,
the one that went,
I know. I was getting some talks with my homegirls, and I was like, not that anyone cares. I literally said, not that anyone cares, but I would not date a man with kids ever again. Like, it's something I don't want to be in the middle of. I definitely feel like it's a form of being in a polyamorous relationship. And girl, it's almost like I said, ready to be a stepmom. Because after that, it just like, it was just like, like
they want you to be stepmom.
Hell no.
It's like you said, I want one.
People be trying to test though. That's the thing. Like people want to test the theory, and that's why I'm saying like, okay, well, I just want to clarify. My man. That's why when you're saying like, oh, if you fell in love with a man, would you play stepmom? It's like, well, that's such a hypothetical question, because in my eyes, it's like I'm not even gonna really give a man that has kids too many dates. I'm just really trying. It's like, because realistically, I'm just being really fucking realistic here. Okay. 9 out of 10 men that are like trying to talk to me, that are attractive, that are making money, that have something going on for them, somebody already marked their territory with that, straight up. Like, because obviously you see a man have XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna lock that down.
Right.
So my man is not a baby father. Right. But to get some dating experience. For the longest time, I was like, nope, I'm just not dating them. And then you know what happened? I just didn't date at all. I just didn't fucking date at all because every fucking time it got to the kid question, they had a kid. And then it's like, okay, years is going by and I'm not doing any dating. I'm getting no dating experience.
Well, it's kind of like how, you know, how you guys were saying earlier about women with kids are rare. I mean, women without kids are rare. It's the same thing with men nowadays because they all got baby mamas now.
But this is the thing.
So
this is my thing. When I hear a woman doesn't have children, I understand why she wouldn't. And, you know, I respect it.
Sure.
And then when I hear a man doesn't have children, especially when he's in his 40s, because I like older men, right? I like older men. So if you're a man in your 40s and you think you're the shit because you don't got kids,
there's a problem.
bitch, I promise
it looks
you every
suspect.
single time you're going to find out why nobody would ever
Very
fucking
quick.
push some shoulders through their coochie for that man.
Very quickly too. Like, and I think, if you lead with that, like,
I've dealt with that
I
too.
don't have no kids.
It's like,
And you
Like,
40 something?
Yes, someone did not trust you enough to bear your child.
no,
Someone
really.
didn't trust you enough to walk down the aisle. I mean, I
Mhm.
understand girls more. And it's not to be biased or make an excuse, but girls, a lot of times they think with their heart. So if something happens or it doesn't work out, like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, I don't think, like, where I'm gonna just say it straight up. I was married for 7 months. We, separated. The separation was nasty, right? And I never thought that I would get credit for it because I always felt like I failed. Like, as a woman, I was like, dude, what did I do that, like, this didn't work out? Bro, like 2 years later, he's like, I'm sorry. Like, I had a wife that did everything, and a good one at that. So it's like, and that's when I realized, like, hey, that's not on me.
Mm-mm.
That's really not on me. Now, if a man says, oh, you know what? Yeah, we had a family. It didn't really work out. Why though? Or we just got so comfortable and, like, just being roommates. But why though? Like,
They're not going to tell you the truth, though.
A lot of times a woman holds, I feel like, more of a load in a household than a man does.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when a woman tells me, oh, I don't have children, even if she's 40 plus, I can understand why. Because a woman has to birth the child, carry the child. She's going to be the main caregiver to the child.
Everything.
But a man not having children, 40 plus, it's like, oh, I can see why women don't take you seriously. I can see why if you did get someone pregnant, they said, I'm going to hit the clinic because I'm not about to have an extension of you. I'm not about to have a tie to you forever. It's a big difference between a woman not having children and a man not having children.
Let me chime in on that, because you had said, like, pretty much in another sense, like, by reproducing with that, but I don't want to have an extension of you, bro. That I'm telling y'all straight up, outside of the jokes, that behavioral issue that gets passed down for real.
That's some
Absolutely.
genetic shit, right?
I can testify to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is some, like, and you could spot it from a mile
Oh, for
away.
sure.
And, like, that's why you just have to, I don't know, bro. You just have to be aware of, like, really who you have kids with, and, like,
Everything. You
Yeah.
gotta. The way I see it is that you gotta know their DNA. You gotta know their family
Right.
history. You gotta know all that. When the doctors ask you when you're pregnant, oh, is there any, on either child's, cancer, things like that, mental illnesses, you gotta be honest about that stuff because that does get passed down in the DNA.
Absolutely.
So they're gonna have some of those traits.
Yeah, and
Passed down.
the girls be thinking about that more. So men don't give a fuck. So
At
it
all.
makes sense why men are trying to get women pregnant left and right. But if a man never had a kid, like, you don't have to do any work. All you have to do is do your 2-pump chump, and then
Right.
you procreated.
And that's the thing. Men are very shallow too. Like, men want to have children with women, for one, just to mark their territory, and they want to
100%.
collect them, and they want to build a cult, and they want to see how many baby mamas they can get. And also, men don't realize they lose value. The more baby mamas you have, you fucking lose value. You look fucking crazy creating broken homes. You look crazy. Like, I'm sorry, thinking like, oh, you're the shit because you have all these baby mamas. It's not nice for me to say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. A woman being down to be your 5th baby mother is not like you're picking the best woman.
Bro, you need to start sending ice to Eskimos for real. Life insurance to crackheads, like the whole nine. If you're down to be the 4th or 5th baby mama, like
the third is pushing it.
The third, I can barely do it too.
Like, and men are so shallow too, because a man, even for me, like I come across this a lot. I'm tall, right? Men are constantly threatening me with, you'll give me a tall baby. You gonna give me a tall baby. Bitch,
Play
I'm 5'8", you're 5'9". Don't be so dependent on my fucking DNA. The fuck? They see, like, they're like, oh, your parents must be tall. And it's like, yeah, and your parents must be average because you're average.
Right.
And talk about, you're gonna give me, an NBA, you're gonna give me an NBA baby. Like, no.
It's giving soccer.
T-ball at that, motherfucker. T-ball at that. Maybe flag football.
They're so shallow though. Like they just see an attractive girl that they want to mark their territory.
Yeah.
And it's being a man's baby mother is the official stamp. Unfortunately,
Ooh. It is
so,
because
it's like
honestly,
a dog
they
pissing
think
on a tree.
No, they think it's territory. Like you said, it's true.
It's the greatest accomplishment they'll ever make in their life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the official stamp, and you got to decide: do you want to be stamped and branded by this man? And I know that sounds so fucking horrible. I know it does. When I say it, I feel horrible, and I feel horrible for all the women watching it and being like, "Bitch, I ain't property," and you're not. But that's what these men view us as.
No, really though.
They view us as property. And if they can put their seed in you, they got proof they slept with you?
No, dude. I'm probably outside because I have like my friends and then I have like different friend groups, and out of like my immediate friend groups, I'm probably one of the last ones standing. And honestly, I'm not down. Like to go throughout my entire teen years to be teen pregnancy.
And then
end up is crazy work. Look, at first, and this is, I'm trying not to be funny with it, but that's honestly, I was very naive when I was younger. I used to kind of think like, I know this sounds bad, but I used to be like, well, I know that children are blessings, but when I saw that people were having kids at such a young age, because mind you, I'm still only 29. Growing up, people had kids. I'm talking 19, 20, 21, 22, So it's like having kids that young, I used to just think that it was a consequence of an unthought out, action, like, yeah, you knew what you were doing, but you didn't really know the consequence, until it happened. And then I was like, okay, you know what? 1, all right, 2, plural, kids. Hell no. I can't do it. Because honestly, at the end of the day, you're not going to have enough time and attention for me. You're really not. And I'm not going to make it easier for you that because I have my own bag, because I take care of myself, that I'm going to require less of your time. I want to be able to have the equal amount of time. And if you can't give me that, then I will respect it enough to not get into a relationship with someone with kids. Because I'm also, like you said, I'm not going to get with somebody and then expect them to be a deadbeat dad. That's not fair. That's not fair to them, that's not fair to me, and that's not fair to you in all reality. But yeah, I'm gonna let baby mama fill them shoes because I'm good.
Yeah, okay, this is a question I have. And everyone has to answer it.
Okay.
Y'all didn't catch that? She's fixing her.
She is. She's like, damn. Damn.
Okay. You have no choice but to date a baby father. This is your option. He has 3 children by 3 different women, or he has 3 children by 1 woman.
Bro, if he had 3 kids by 1, he loved that.
He loves her.
He loved her for real.
Go get your woman. Stop fucking playing my face.
But 3 kids by 3 different baby mamas, you just don't know how to pick. You just like a dog pissing on a tree, just pissing on everything just to mark your territory.
Yeah. So your answer
my answer in all honesty is that I prefer to croak, bitch. No.
No. All right. You have to choose.
I'm gonna do the 1 baby mama, 3 kids, bro. And
you strong.
Dog, you strong. 3? That means I'm gonna be the 4th.
But why even be the 4th? I never said you had to have kids.
Okay, but then dealing with 3 other women?
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'd rather
for
do it
real.
with one.
But this is the thing.
If I had to.
Okay, wait. So you're saying you would do 3? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because ain't nobody gonna tell me, oh, I got 3 kids by one woman. But then go be with that woman. Then go be with.
So you'd rather deal with 3 different baby mamas?
Well, the thing is, I'm not gonna deal with. I will say this.
Well, yeah.
I will say this because this is something I can say never. I will never, ever be in competition with somebody's baby mother or baby mothers.
Okay.
Because I'm not joining the team. I'm not joining the cult.
We are not going to be sister wives.
We're not sister wives. Mm-hmm. You will not have a step, sibling. I'm not, this isn't going to be the braiding bunch. I'm not adding nothing, but a headache to this motherfucker's head. If he pisses me off, right? Your guys' relationship is completely separate. Now, is it an ideal situation? No, but I just feel like you got 3 kids by one woman. Is it the more ratchet route to choose, the other one? Yeah, but obviously this is not going to be my man. I'm going on a date. I'm having some fun. I'm just being honest.
Okay, but let me say something. 3 kids, 3 different baby mamas.
Mm-hmm.
His pull-out game, weak.
Well, I'm not gonna.
But I'm looking at the big picture, guys. You're talking about
the big picture.
The big picture is he got 3 different baby mamas. That means he got a lot of time in his hands doing different things, as opposed to being with one woman. And at least, I'm not gonna say he was loyal, but at least he spent his time with that one woman, and created. We're gonna say he created a family, right? As opposed to broken homes.
Okay, yes.
I'm looking at the
homes.
I'm looking at the big picture, and the big picture is I stick with this one as opposed to these.
I agree with that, but I think too, I'm coming at a stance of taking someone seriously, because my thing is, you meet a man that's creating broken homes, and you decide to take him seriously. I mean, you better go back to school and learn something.
For real.
You're going to take a man seriously that's creating broken homes? Mm-hmm. That's honestly on you. At the end of the day, I think men should be held. Men should be held accountable by all means for creating broken homes. But if you are a woman and you decide to join the fucking circus and insert yourself into something seriously with a man that has multiple children by multiple different women, and you decide to hold him in your heart, hold his dick in your mouth, let him hit it raw, come in your home
multiple times.
You're a goofy ass bitch. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Because a man was trying to have sex with me that has multiple children by multiple different women.
Mm-mm. He's trying to make you the 4th one.
Bitch, I'm putting my Crocs in sport mode. I'm learning so motherfucking fast. My legs might be open right now, right? But for a man that's creating broken homes,
and I think
chastity belt.
I think too that
I'm talking about dating, because I don't think dating and I don't think.
Look, I'd be okay. Look, okay.
That's what I was getting at. I was not saying.
No. I still would rather go on a date with the guy with 1 baby mama, 3 kids. Still would rather go on a date with him.
Same.
Why? Because I'm like, you
like that entertainment.
I'm like, okay, look, if he got 3 kids by one woman, girl, he could deal with a lot. He could deal with her, the 3 kids, them on an outing. That's a family of 5, bitch. They could afford to do that. He could handle all that. So I could do that. However, to go on a date with even just a date with someone who has 3 baby mamas, I would feel the whole date that they're plotting on me to be the 4th one.
Like 100% they are, but men are plotting regardless. A man is a plot. Women have to know this. Anytime you step into the field of dating, you better fucking be ready to play in the most strategic possible way you can. And if you're not a strategic woman, you better sit the fuck out and you better come up with a plan.
Yeah,
because men are going to plot on you regardless. Yeah. When I date men, and look, I don't date a lot of men, right? I don't. But when I date men, I don't feel like no man could ever get one up on me, because I go in there already
It's
like
fun.
I've already made the decision. You're not getting no coochie. You're not. And that's right there. You cannot lose. If you don't give a man coochie, you cannot lose.
No, right.
You can't.
Yeah.
So back up. I'm not saying I'm going out with a man with 3 kids, 3 baby mamas, and I don't think he can show me the time of my motherfucking life. But if you got 3 kids by one woman, go back to your wife, bro. I feel guilty because I'm sorry. What these other women participated for? What you should have stuck with the good time.
And it's
good time don't have to be dick. Learn how to have a good time without getting dick down. It's okay. You don't gotta fuck every man that you sit across the dinner table with.
But I also that's where you are more like armored for that. Versus me, if I'm gonna go on a date with someone, not that right. I think it's fun to go on dates and to experience, but unfortunately, I am still intentional. So if I already kind of see that that's the vibe, I'm not down. Like I just wouldn't be down because now I don't know. It kind of, and this is where y'all can tell me the tea. I kind of feel like it's always degrading for the woman. It's not degrading for the man because even if he just gets a girl to go on a date, it's like. Yeah, fool, I got to go on a date with her, whatever. But for the woman, it's like, well, why then, girl, if you already knew what he was on, why even go out? Why even go out with him? It's more of a reflection on the woman and her poor choices versus the man. It's like, oh yeah, he snagged that. Like he got to take her spot. And I'm just like, guys, and I would just rather not go. I just rather not, because even when you don't want to get played in your face, they will still puppets, girl. Okay. Playing in your face the whole time.
I agree. And I used to be that way. And I just think my perspective has shifted a lot because for the longest time, I'm like, I bring this, are you going to build me a white picket fence to the situationship that makes it uncomfortable, to the date that makes it uncomfortable. Okay. Now I'm dating I think to have good game and I think to be able to play it well, it's like you have to get in the field and you have to study the opponent. Okay? So yeah, and I used to only think if I'm not going to be with this man seriously, then I'm not even going to go out with him. I'm not even going to give him a chance. And that's hence why I wouldn't go out for the longest time because everyone had a kid. Everyone had something wrong with them, right? But now I'm like, these men are not to be taken seriously. Okay? It's like every man is not going to be your man. There's only the motherfucking one. And I'm trying to have a little bit of fun while I'm in a different mindset. I'm trying to have a little bit of fun.
That's
you
the
show
thing,
me a good time.
That's the thing. You have to know what type of dating you're doing. Are you doing this type of dating or are you doing that type of dating? So that's where your intentions, you have to know, am I going to go in for a good time? And I already know that if I'm dating somebody with 3 baby mamas, it's just for fun, as opposed to if I'm dating somebody, it's more intentional. Right. So I think you have to, it's true. It's all about mindset. And when you are dating or ready to date or whatever, you have to know which one are you going for.
Because I also don't want to be associated with that. Mind you, it's also different dating for you, Brooke, versus me dating, because this is the thing is like, and okay, guys, this is part 1. We're gonna definitely be doing a part 2. So, but we're just gonna close off with this. Is like, I don't want to be associated to a kind of man like that, because this is the thing. Like, everything's all fun on the first date because you really don't know who you're going on a date with, right? And then if I already kind of know things that aren't up to like now my standard of like not wanting to date somebody with kids, dating someone who's more financially stable than I am, so that I don't have to hinder my own growth and like whatever, all those things, then I just rather not partake in it. Because mind you, you're on a platform where you're expressing your celibacy, right? And even though that's what I've been on, I'm not saying that. So I feel like it could be quickly, like if I get associated with someone, just as simple as going on a date, it's like, oh yeah, like they can always add a little bit extra. And I don't want to be associated with that because everybody says like, oh, I live in my truth. But the reality of it is that they're never going to, if they're really a wolf, they're not going to approach you and be like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm a wolf. They're going to approach you like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like, and then to then be associated with that. And then I don't know, it's just, that's kind of why I steer away from that. And I try to this is where I mess up. Like I still try to show up vulnerable, not vulnerable, but like authentic myself, you know, not vulnerable, just authentic in myself. And that still doesn't like work out. And I agree with what you're saying. Like in order for you to know the game, you have to study the opponent.
For
the
sure.
thing is like, but I'm not a man. I'm a girl. I'm a lady. I want to be soft. I want to be feminine. I don't want to have to be, you know, like, he didn't reply for 2 hours. I'm not going to reply for 4. Like, or, you know, I just won't reply at all. Let's see how many times you want to message me. Like,
I can't play those games. I'm sorry. I can't play those games.
Like, I know we're going to close this out, but I just want to like clarify, even because back to when Lena was saying like, well, what if you fall for a guy? To me, I'm not even giving, like, say I were to, because this was obviously a hypothetical question, right? Like this is like,
because I know my sister. I was just like asking for the plot.
But this is just like a hypothetical question. I know everyone's gonna watch, because the type of content I preach, you're gonna watch this podcast and you're gonna be like, "What? I need to follow this girl. She's fucking crazy," and do what you got to do. But like, I don't even believe in you know when you start liking somebody. And you know that you can like somebody given more time. So if I'm going to go out with a man with 3 kids and 3 baby mamas, you're not getting fucking day after day after day. Like, it's like, oh, you want to fucking take me to Universal Studio? Yeah, now I got to run the risk of people thinking we're fucking, because anytime you're seen out in public with a man, you could be out with your brother, you could be out with your uncle. People just automatically think, oh yeah. Yeah.
More so with the podcast and the platforms that we have.
My whole thing, look, guys, is I'm very, very self-conscious of who I'm seeing out in public with. That's female or male. Personally, I've always been like this. I'm still even more now like this because I have a podcast and I have a platform. So I like to hold myself to a certain standard. So you're not going to catch me with somebody with 3 baby mamas.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right. No.
To each its own. Don't get me wrong. But this is the thing.
You're not going to catch me either.
But this is the thing. Like, I see your point of view. That's your point of view. I agree. And I think it just goes back to like, I see what you're saying. What you're saying is, it's for the plot. And at one point, you catch feelings. You're human. You start liking them, but you have to know when to cut them off.
Right.
And that's the thing. A lot of women don't know when to cut them off.
It's
they
a tricky
stay
game.
Attached. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's a tricky
your
game.
mindset, you're already, like she said, she knows, we know you, Brooke. We know that you cut throat. You're, what is that thing? Learning how to, cut somebody off. I can't think about it, but you're
Detachment.
good at detachment. I'm sorry. You're great at detachment. And I'm not gonna lie, I am too, but at the same time, a lot of women aren't, and they fall for the connection, especially when you're going date after date after date. You already know. And I'm kind of like that too, where I know if I'm going on a date, this is not my man. This is just a good time.
Yup.
So you have, as a woman, you have to know what category you fall in before you go and step outside on a date, because that's how you bitches get caught up. Yeah, you being a 4th baby mom.
You can have unrealistic expectations of yourself. Like for example, me, I know I'm a lover girl. So why am I going to put myself in that situation? Not only that, right? But I'm going to speak honestly, because I feel like there are some women that might not be aware. So, okay, this last week in therapy, right? So I pretty much was telling my therapist, like, why do I feel like I feel my emotions like really strong sometimes, right? So I gave her a week's worth of literally like kind of like back-to-back scenarios. It happened with my family. It had happened with my best friend. And then it also had happened with someone over the weekend, where I just felt like I got put in a position where I wouldn't do to them what they did to me, right? And this was with different categories. This was with, my family, my best friend, and then a guy, people. Right? And when I was talking to my therapist, something that she said, and I told her, I was like, on the outside, I don't say how it affects me or how I think about it. I was like, but on the inside, I really do feel it, because I'm like, I take so much pride in valuing myself and try not to partake in things that are not beneficial, to me or conducive to what I want. So why would they still like approach me, or why would they still put me in that, And something my therapist said is, she's like, you've been through a lot of trauma. So it takes you longer to regulate. I'm sorry. It takes you longer to regulate your emotions. And she's like, it's good. You know how to talk to yourself. You know how to like calm yourself down. But she's like, you not only wear your heart on your sleeve, but you've been through trauma to where it takes longer. It takes longer for some people to regulate their emotions, and they probably don't know why. So it's like, it could be for that, but like she said, you got to know what category to put yourself in. Also, too, while we're talking about this topic about if, you know, a woman with no kids has any, you know, even vice versa, too. Honestly, if a man wants to step into a household that already exists between a single mother and her child, and they want to do something there, then hey, all power to you. But you guys just have to be aware of what comes with being with someone who has children, especially we're speaking to an audience of women because that's what we are.
Mhm.
Brooke gives her perspective, and, you know, she gives her perspective from someone who's very, very cutthroat and has the art of detachment. So she can partake in this kind of stuff, and she knows, or in dating, and she knows to go ahead and cut it off. And kind of gives her perspective too, as someone who has been on.
Pause too, because I just want to say this is a new development. I would have never played these games. No, I would have never.
Let me clarify this, guys.
I'm not giving it. I'm not saying choose this type of don't choose either baby father. Honestly, if you don't have kids, especially,
Yeah, it was
set
just
yourself free.
It was just a question for the plot.
It's a question for the plot.
Yeah.
And also, do not play no fucking games that you know you're not going to be good at when it comes to men. Okay? If you believe what a man says, if you fall in love with words, bitch, you better pick the goody boy you could find. Okay?
It goes back to
And even then, they could play
self-awareness. It goes back to self-awareness. You got to be self-aware before you step outside.
Honestly, no. You know why, friend? Because you can be self-aware, and they will still play in your fucking face. You
But
can be
you gotta be
self-aware,
self-aware, but you also have to watch patterns and behaviors. So that's a thing. Not only that, you gotta, when you ask questions, it's not like, what happened with your baby mama? No, you gotta observe. That's a thing. There's a difference between being self-aware and also watching the person and analyzing. And that's a thing. There's one thing where you can be self-aware and we can go to therapy and do all the work to help ourselves. But are you also paying attention to the people around you and who you're talking to? Because I can talk to somebody over the internet, whether it's my business or whatever, and I already feel the discernment if I don't like it. You feel the energy.
No, yeah.
And then your intuition tells you. So I listen to her. She's here for, and that's what I'm saying. You got to work on yourself to be able to step into that. And if you're a lover girl, it's okay to be a lover girl, because I feel like there's a lot of girls that get heartbroken, right? And they're like, oh, well, I'm gonna do what they do to me too. But that's not really in your character. So why are you gonna go out of your way to do to stoop that low and match that energy when it's okay to be a lover girl? But you just have to be careful with it. You just have to be a little more guarded, but you have to also be smart about it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I definitely want to move. I want to move not just with the excuse that like, oh, I'm single, I could do what I want. Like, I want to move more like, just more intentional. Not because it's not fun to go on dates, especially if they're harmless, what baby daddy or not, whatever. But it's just, for what? I'm kind of just wasting my time or prolonging the actual person that's probably meant for me to come into my life because I'm entertaining something that I know is far beyond what I actually want. So yeah. I think that our perspectives were really, really good on this episode, guys. Part 2 is even better than part 1 because,
don't take nothing I said home with you. Okay? Don't take nothing I said home with you. And that's all I'm going to say. And look, I hate baby daddies. I just want to clarify. And I hate a motherfucker that creates a broken home. And I think men really lose value. Per baby mama. Okay?
Yeah.
So...
Well, it's kind of like the same thing what they say, right? Like, don't date a baby mama. Well, don't date a baby daddy.
Right. If you're going to date one,
if you're going to date one, make sure that he's taking care of his home. Make sure that he's, doing what he has to be and he's showing up. And he does prioritize the people that are important, which means you're one of them.
Yeah.
And overall, I would say don't take them serious and get to know yourself if you're able to even do that. Because a lot of them, just milk the situation and have a good experience. They're not someone to try to have a long-term relationship.
Yeah, and they probably see women that don't have kids as a good time, as a ball, because they get a break from that life. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So they're not even really looking at you as something serious. Either are they down to get you pregnant? Of course, but that still doesn't mean that they're looking at you as someone to be seriously long-term with.
Yes, and also... Ashley's coming from a perspective of she's going to get her white picket fence. She's going to have children. She's going to get married. I'm not going to lie. None of that shit sounds appealing to me. Put me in the high rise. I want to be single, no kids. Thank ya. I don't want, because when I used to want the white picket fence, I used to want 6 kids and I wanted a husband, like, you know? And then I was like,
And the beautiful thing about being a woman, especially now, is you get that freedom of choice. You can choose whether to be a mother or not, and you can also choose to change your mind. Like, she might want that right now. She's gonna live out her truth right now. She could change it later or not. And yeah, I
literally
think both are good.
One last thing I will say too, my actual final thought and theory about this hypothetical question about the 3 kids with one mom or 3 kids by 3 different women is because I feel like such a girl's girl. I would feel guilty about dating somebody's husband, even if they're not actually married. It just feels like, oh, you
for a long time, right?
You were 3 of his children, and I'm dating him. But then if I date a guy with 3 kids, 3 different baby moms, it's like, don't be mad at me, y'all. I'm just going on one date. Y'all can have him back at your cult meeting, okay? I promise you. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for just this, you know,
benefits.
Universal Studios.
Whatever kind
whatever comes up with, I don't know. Whatever you can plan. Probably something childish, right? I'm assuming.
Oh my God. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this part 1. Come on to part 2 because you're not gonna want to miss it.
Yeah, we're not done. Sorry, we just got started.
Come join us.
No, literally, we're just getting our engine started up. All right, thank you guys so much.
Bye.
We will see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.